Welcome, Slot Car Nation. It is I, Stingray Johnny, and I'm about to show you some really cool things as usual. We are going to look at some cars tonight. We're going to look at 4 cars, and we're going to have a little trick for one of your tools that you use, or I imagine you use. If you have T-Jet tools, you probably have this tool, and I'm going to show you a trick on how to use it more effectively. So anyways, tonight we're not talking about T-Jet cars, though. The tool will be about T-Jets, but the cars we're going to look at tonight are going to be AFX Chevelles, AFX Magna Traction Chevelles. This one needs some new pickup shoes, but this is an AFX Magna Traction Chevelle, and it's in nice condition. I've had it for a long time. They made these in several colors. They are, well, let's just say they're reasonable. They're certainly not one of the top 5 best handling bodies I've ever used, but I would also say they're not one of the top 10 worst bodies I've ever used either. I can control one of these and get them around the track. They're not bad. They're not bad for racing. They're probably better if you're racing other larger bodied cars, but these are nice, and the detail is nice. I mean, they have the little hood pins, and they're painted, and they have the little rear fin, and they have the window net, the roll bar. So yes, these are very nice. Oh, and you know what? They also have the little side pipe down here. So they're a nice car. This is basically the what I would call kind of the standard one. I think that this is probably the one that they made the most of. It also has the stocker wheels on it. It's got silicones too. It didn't come that way, but I put them on. But I think these look great with the stocker wheels because that's what they would have raced with back in the day. The next one I'm going to show you is going to be, let's see, I'll show you this one. There's the orange and white one, obviously. Red numbers. Again, it's a Magna Traction car, in much better condition, much cleaner on the bottom. This one's lighted, as you can see. It's got area for lights, and it has a wire attached to the side. And this car does have headlights. I'm not fond of them for racing unless you're racing somebody else who has headlights, because they do take a little bit of power from your car. Not a lot, but obviously if you're going to race, you probably want to either race someone else who's racing with headlights, or just don't race headlights. But that's the orange and white one. Next one I'm going to show you. Next one I'm going to tell you about. I don't have it out. I do have it, but there's a white one, and I don't have it available tonight because it's stored away. It's in a box someplace, and I don't know where it is. Sometimes I have to dig these cars out, and so we're not going to be able to do the white one tonight, but we'll do the red one. Out of the different colors, I would, in fact, the paint scheme, it's different colors, but the paint scheme is the same on the white one as it is on this car, because as you can see, it's different. It's a different paint scheme than the other cars. This is the newer style, and the white one, I believe, is like a kind of a red and a lighter blue, or vice versa. I don't know because I don't have the car in front of me. I do like the red one an awful lot. This too is a lighted car, as you can see, and it is on a Magna Traction. This is one of my cars that I like better. I think out of these 3, I think I like that one the best. And then I have one more to show you before we get on to tools. see if we can. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop that like that. We're going to move this down, move this down, move this down. And then we're going to do the last one that I have for you tonight here. And that is this one. And this too is it's a true AFX, because I think is it Johnny Lightning, or I think it's Johnny Lightning that makes the copy of this. I'm not sure. It could be Auto World. I'm not sure. This one is not a lighted car, as you can see. I prefer these type. Well, first of all, it has less weight because there's no extra plastic up there, and obviously no light. Again, it has stocker wheels. This is a little bit harder to find. These cars are, you know, they're a little more rare, and they're a lot more expensive than the other ones. I definitely paid the most for this one. Now, this where it says Blue Max, that didn't come on there. Somebody put that on there. It's just a decal, and I could take it off, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't. I mean, I don't know why. I just, you know, it's like, it didn't look bad, so I'm like, all right, I'll leave it on there. But it would just come right off. It's just a water slide decal. I could scrape that off with my thumb if I want, my thumbnail if I want to. This one is the most desirable out of all of them. I mean, even out of the white one that I didn't show you tonight. And it's also the most expensive, and as you can see, it's in pretty nice shape. All of them are really in nice shape. So that is the collection for tonight on those. Now, I want to show you something about T-Jets. I'm going to use my dirty rag here to assist in this. Okay. If you rebuild T-Jets, you know what this tool is. This tool is for putting these little gears in the little, let me see if I have one here real quick. Like, okay. Like this, like, oh, one minute, hold on. Okay, well, we got a couple different versions here. All right, so basically, if you want to put this gear in and this gear in, you're going to need, well, you don't need it, but you're going to hopefully have this tool, because what you do is, well, you take your gear and you put it on here. Hang on. I'm not going to get real crazy about this, because I think most of you guys probably already know how to do this. I'm just trying to get it to focus a little bit here. But anyways, you put that there, and then you put your plate into place, and then you take a little, you know, the little pin, the little rod that goes through, and that's all good and well. That's wonderful. But what we're going to talk about tonight is, it's hard to do all that. Like, it's hard to, first you got to open this up. Okay. Then you got to take like some tweezers. Actually, I'm going to be doing another video on another tool, but it's going to be on another night where you don't need the tweezers. But anyways, most people would take a set of tweezers and they'd hold that little pin in there. So, you know, you're trying to hold the pin in there, okay? And with a little luck, you can use your fingers to also balance the tool. But it's hard because you've also got the, you know, the top plate here in the way. And it gets a little crazy. It's a lot to manage. Like if I didn't have this towel down, this thing would be spinning all over the place, and it'd be trying to move on me. And I don't know if I can even show that to you, but watch it make me a liar. But you know, well, it's not really making me a liar. Well, it is actually making me a liar. Anyways, you know what? If you've dealt with these, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a lot to manage. It's you fumble around with it. Well, I have a solution to that, and it's this. It's just this little clamp. And that's why I have my dirty towel down. Because what I do is I'll take the clamp and I'll tighten it up just enough here. And that holds everything in place. That just here, let me zoom out just a hair. That just holds everything in place. I mean, if you want, you can even rest your wrist down on this and to hold it in place. But you really don't need to, because you know the weight of this, and on top of the just a little towel or something. If it was on top of just here, it might slide a little bit. But if you just put on a little towel or something, this stays really nice. It it stays right in place. It doesn't move around on you. You can just hold your thing there, and you can just turn this, and it's so much better. And you know what the real beauty is? This little clamp, I think I paid like $6 for it. It's really cheap, but like I said, I've done it both ways. I've done it, where you just try to use the tool, and I've tried it with the tool and the clamp, and I got to tell you, if you buy one of these, you're going to wonder how you ever lived without it. You're going to be like, oh my God, that's so much easier. Because like I said, basically you want to hold your plate with one hand, but you got to also hold that. That's the problem. We don't have enough fingers. You want to hold the plate, you want to hold the pin, and the pin tends to want to slip out of the tweezers, and then of course you're taking your other hand and you're trying to turn this, and then all of a sudden the whole unit's trying to turn. Doesn't happen with this, especially like I said, if you put it on on some kind of either non-slip table or just like I said, just a little rag like I put here. I can turn this all day long and it ain't going anywhere. And again, if you've been down this road, if you use one of these tools, get yourself one of these for like $6 or $7, and then come back and thank me, because it's going to make your life so much easier. Anyways, I think that's all I have to talk about tonight, other than I do have one other thing I want to say. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. I am trying to get to 500 members, and I need over 100 more. So I'm really on a crusade to get some members. And I try hard to give you some, I try hard. I show you some nice cars. I give you some nice, tech tips. And, if you subscribe, you won't miss anything. And maybe it'll make your life a little easier, a little more fun. Maybe it'll make your slot car racing a little more enjoyable. And that's what it's all about, right? So, again, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the questions, in the comments, and I will try to answer them for you. And like I said, gentlemen, go out and get yourself one of these little clamps, because you're just going to love it. You're going to love it. And you want to know something? This would work for other types of tools too. There's a lot of different types of pullers and pushers and all kinds of things for T-jets. You could even hold the chassis. Now, I wouldn't crank down on it real tight, but because they're only plastic. But this, a little vise like this, you can do so much with. You can. But I think, honestly, out of all the things, I think I like it for this the best, because like I said, this would just tend to, like I said, when I used to try to do this, I'm trying to turn this, and it you see, all I'm doing is turning a knob, and the whole thing is turning, and I hated that. And again, I'm trying to hold tweezers with a little pin, and it'd be one thing if I only needed two hands. If I only needed one hand to hold it and one hand to twist it, that'd be one thing. But it doesn't work that way. So, yeah, I'm only gonna say it one more time. Go get yourself one of these. You will really be happy. I will talk to you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye, guys.